So anyways, I went to my email box and I received this email from Don Crowther. And Don Crowther, what he's done, which is a little bit ingenious, is that he took the 4 value videos by Brendon Burchard and he actually wrote a transcript with screenshot. So this is the 4-page transcript that Don Crowther created, which I thought was very smart. And I looked at the title, The 4 Steps to Turn Your Knowledge into Profits. So that really excited me because I love steps. So I was expecting, 4 steps, like 1, 2, 3, 4, a little bit like a recipe. You follow the recipe and you can turn your knowledge into profits, right? Everybody wants to do that. But I opened the transcript, I started reading, and I was a little bit disappointed because Brendon Burchard is not actually offering steps. It's just 4 ideas, right? And even here, he's actually putting it, 4 game changer ideas that helped him to, go from bankruptcy to making $10 million. So they're not really steps. Like for example, the first idea is an integrated product suite. You've got to create around your core product. Second idea is create a value to sales sequence. This is a very powerful idea. The idea is that you start by giving away free value to people, and then at some point you start to sell them something. The third idea is that you've got to target what they call opinion leaders or the influencers. And the last step, which is a little bit weak, is keep creating. Of course you're going to keep creating. It's a no-brainer. So it's not really a game-changing idea unless he has some method or technique that will help you to sustain your creativity. So the idea, keep creating, it's weak. But this idea number 3 is very powerful. Idea number 2 is very powerful. Create a value to sale sequence. So I was a little bit disappointed because it's a little bit misleading to say 4 steps to turn your knowledge into profits. Now, for most people, they wouldn't mind. They would just go over the title quickly. But because I'm an intellectual capital expert, I have deep expertise. Like I have 15 years of expertise. Teaching people how to identify their most valuable knowledge and then how to create a workshop from that knowledge. Not a product right away. You got to create a workshop. You got to test yourself in front of people, live people in front of you who can judge you, who can ask you tough questions. So that's the second step. Present your knowledge in the form of a workshop. And then a third step is to capture your workshop into a transcript or some kind of manual or some kind of train-the-trainer instructor guide or some kind of audio or video. So that's the third step. And the last step is commercialization. So the way that Brendon has been doing it, I love this guy. Who doesn't, right? He's teaching people how to share their message with the world. But my approach is more technical. I actually guarantee people that they're going to make money. So my approach is not really, it's not about, let's see how Brendon puts it. Here he says, so that you can finally get your message out there. Get your message out there. That's just too vague. Now, understand why Brendon is saying that. He doesn't want to scare people. He doesn't want to say, share your expertise with people. Most people, for whatever reason, they don't consider themselves to be experts at anything. And this is a mistake. But anyways, they don't consider themselves expert. But almost everybody thinks that they have a message to put out there. So Brendon is just going with the flow. He doesn't want to scare people. So he says, get your message out there. See, it sounds easy, right? And then get paid for it. I don't think so. You have like famous news anchor. They're putting out their message out there, but it's not really helping people. The proof is that when you watch the TV news every day, you're not paying anybody, and you're not paying for the information because information is not worth it. Right? You go to another channel, you get basically the same information. It's not worth paying for. So when Brendon says get your message out there, it's not enough. It's a good start, of course. I think that Brendon's role is very important because he wants to encourage people to get into that adventure, of becoming an expert. And so in a way, he comes before me. He encourages people. He's kind of like a motivational coach, an inspirational speaker, and he gets people to embark on this journey. I'm more like a technical consultant. I will sit down with you. I will ask you all kinds of questions, and I will pinpoint, I will identify what it is about your knowledge that is, number one, valuable, number two, practical, and number three, original. You've got to have all three. If you don't have all three, then you can't really create a knowledge empire, right? For example, you might have knowledge that is practical, but it's not original. You know, you might teach something like negotiation, but it's not original. You know, anybody can borrow a book at the library and learn about negotiation. So you're just teaching it. It's not, you haven't created something that is original, and therefore you cannot claim copyright, right? In the same manner, you might have knowledge that is valuable for you, and you're using that knowledge, but it's not practical. You know, it's not set up in a step-by-step recipe or procedure that people can actually follow. It's not practical because it doesn't reliably and consistently generate results. So you've got to have all three: valuable, practical, and original. So I'm an expert at, you know, helping people to identify, go through those three steps in order to create valuable knowledge. So what I do is that, you know, I don't really teach the marketing aspect because so many people are teaching it. You know, the value to sales sequence. I mean, it's now pretty much standard in the industry. Integrated product suite. I mean, that's just too complicated. You know, I help people to create one product, the main product. After that, you can create derivative products. That's not a problem. That's easy. So I teach, you know, I teach my consulting clients how to do the most difficult thing, which Brendon cannot help you, because Brendon he's a speaker. He wants to reach the masses. He's not going to sit down one-on-one with you and help you to identify your most valuable, practical, and original knowledge. He just doesn't have the time. And if he were to do that for you, he'd charge you an arm and a leg, probably $5,000 or $10,000 per day to help you. I don't charge that kind of money. You know, my focus is really to help people to become financially free through the identification and the commercialization of their intellectual capital. So first of all, I help you to identify your most valuable knowledge, and then I help you to productize that knowledge in the form of a video, you know, a seminar, a workshop, an audio recording, an ebook, and so on and so forth. I have like 50 different product formats that I use to capture people's expertise. And then I help you do marketing online. So that's what I do. You know, I treat every single one of my clients like as if it was my business. And in fact, in most cases, I will invest my talent and time without charging my clients, but they will have to share some of the profits with me. So because I'm investing in their knowledge ventures, they know that I will stick by them, and they know that they have access to me. I will answer their questions whenever they have those questions. I will support them all the way. You know, I'm different from Brendon in the sense that I go all the way with each one of my clients. I don't just teach people and then walk away. You know, because I'm an investor in their businesses. I'm an investor in their products. So, you know, if they make a lot of money, I will make a lot of money because I make a percentage, you know, of their sales, right? So that's the way I structure it with my clients. And that's why they trust me. You know, it's not that they don't trust Brendon. Like I said, Brendon is an excellent first start. I mean, he's very charismatic and he's very sincere and authentic. And he's going to show you, he's going to help you to believe. Right, he's going to help you to believe, but also he's not just motivational speaker. He's like he's helping you to focus your attention on your expertise. That's where your financial freedom comes from. So he focuses your attention. He encourages you, and he makes you, you know, make that first step. Whether it's watching his videos or reading his ebooks, you know, and he explains what's in it for you. That's very important. So that when you come to me, I don't have to explain to you the benefits. You're already convinced. So when you come to me, it's about doing it. You know, and that's something that Brendon cannot do for you because, like I said before, he just doesn't have time to sit down with each one of his, you know, thousands of clients. I do have the time. I do have the passion and the motivation to sit down with you, and we are going to start doing it. And finally, I will create dashboards and templates and mechanisms for you, systems also for you, to monitor and evaluate your results. That's very important. You have to evaluate your results and you have to correct course immediately. And I want to do that because, you know, like I said, I'm an investor in your business. If you don't make money, I don't make money. So, you know, I will be your coach, making sure that you get the results that we expect you to get. So I'm doing like the last two steps. You know, I'm helping you to do it, and I'm helping you to correct yourself by looking at your results. Whereas Brendon, he's helping you with the first three steps, you know, focusing your attention, giving you the benefits so that you are totally motivated to do it, and he's convincing you that you are able to do it. You are able to do it. That's very important. So Brendon is doing the first 3 steps, and I'm doing the last 2 steps, which are critical if you want to realize your dream. One client was telling me recently that, you know, she's learned from people like Brendon, but she told me that, you know, all that knowledge is not very useful unless she sits down and starts doing it. And she says, I'm the one who can help her to realize her dream. Brendon cannot. Right? So, and it's the same story with so many clients of mine. They go, they attend a Harv Eker Secrets of the Millionaire Mind seminar, and they still come to me for consulting, because Harv Eker is like Burchard, very powerful speaker and trainer, gets you motivated, gets you pumped up. But then when it gets down to doing it, they're not there for you. I'm there for you. I help you to do it, and I help you to get the results that you want so that you can realize your dream of financial freedom. So that's the video I want to share with you today. You know, I'm really grateful that Brendon is doing all of this stuff to get people excited, because he's basically creating demand for my services, for my consulting and coaching services. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and family and your co-workers and collaborators. They will love you for it. And I look forward to talking to you more in my next video.